Alrighty, my friends. From what you've seen of the endgame space elevator parts, makes this look like kids play. Oh yeah, there's some. You get crazy, ridiculous builds in this game, like any factory game when you get to late game. All right, so power I think is the next thing we need to do. I'm going to line it up with the other ones, which looks like it's in the middle of this guy right here. Is that even plugged into anything? Oh yeah, it's plugged in on that side, I think. So let's see if this brings us power. Hopefully it does. Okay. Okay, I see some red and some yellow. I think that's because I probably... Wait, did I not plug in? Huh. Not sure why some are yellow and some are red. You have power, right? Yeah, okay. Alright, we need to set these up as all plastic. And control copy. Paste. Do it this way. We go between these two. Go between these two. Got that one. Between these two. Hopefully these will all be yellow after I do this. The light should be yellow, which means they have power and they know what they're supposed to make. They just don't have materials to make it yet. Okay, let's see if I got those all connected correctly. Okay, do we see a bunch of yellow lights? I see a bunch of yellow lights. Beautiful. Now we just need to feed this crude oil and have the output go somewhere. So, feeding this crude oil. The best way to do this is to have... Do I have the bigger tank now? Organization. Industrial fluid buffer. So we're going to fill an industrial fluid buffer up with oil, and that's going to flow downhill to our stuff here. So... I believe... Oh god, it fell. Oh god. Hitting my head on the ceiling. We input it there, we output through the floor and split it, and that should work. Okay. There we go. Goes a little through the floor. Am I okay with that? I could put a floor hole to maybe make that look a little bit better. I think I have floor holes, don't I? Think so. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. That'll work. Do I want glass so I can see the pipes? Sure. Although I want to line up, we want to do this. Huh, those are off by a half thing. Of course they are off by a half slab. Should have known. Alright, so we'll do that and then put a half slab in between to make it. That's a quarter pipe. Got a half slab. There we go. Okay, here we go. Okay. I can get access to that. Let me put a floor or a wall. Guy there. That lined up. That looks good. There. Okay. Anything else I need to clean up down here? Yeah, we got a floor issue down here. I'll just throw in that guy. Half slabs somewhere. Right. Sure, I have some half slabs right above me somewhere right here. Half foundation. Okay. Alright, so I just need to pump the oil up here and then we can get the output set up. So, pumping the oil up here. Are you full of oil? You are full of oil. Didn't I have two pipes down here that I combined to one? I must have combined them way back where. Way back where? Way back when. So, what I guess I do is I split off of here and just throw a pump above this thing. Will that look... That'll look a little funky, won't it? I guess the question is... Won't look too funky if it can go onto the wall up there. Horizontal to vertical wants to latch onto that guy. Okay, how about we put it off to the side then? It's probably going to look better. Yeah, that'll look a lot better. That lined up with that guy. I think it needs to be a little bit higher. I'm almost out of my rocket fuel. There. Shows that it's overlapping, but I feel like it's not overlapping. So I'm gonna go with that. Alright, so we definitely need two pumps for this, it looks like. Does that go all the way up? Looks like that does. And we even got power poles available for each. Beautiful. Okay. Let's see if these are actually filling with oil here. Filling. There you go. Alright, so that should be good. Where is... I know I have more fuel for... Let's see where it bunch of solid biofuel. You've seen a tip on YouTube that you should place a pump slightly lower than the blue line. I'm gonna trust in the blue line until I see it fail. Ever since they added the blue thing that it auto snaps onto, I haven't had issues with it. But that's a good suggestion. I'll make sure that stuff is pumping and getting where it needs to go. I will say it usually takes a little bit of time for the pipe to slowly fill. So this one's filling. Yeah, so let's see, we should see, well, I said we should see this filling, but actually we shouldn't. It should be going through and pump into these guys. And let's see if this starts getting some crude oil sometime soon. It should. That thing's slowly filling with oil. This guy's slowly filling with oil, slowly. Is it gonna fill up this buffer tank first? It shouldn't. It should be distributing the oil. Yes, I see these guys are filling with oil very slowly. Maybe it goes all the way to the end first? No. No, it's just gonna take a while. Okay, so outputs. First of all, I'll probably do 2 storages of rubber again, and then the outputs where I need to put them. And then we're gonna have to figure out what we do with all the fuel that we have in this building. Turn it into power is the plan. Alright, so let's figure out output-wise where I want to put it. Probably right here. Work. That's how I did the other one. Let's make sure that that looks evenly spaced. Looks about right. And then the output of the rubber will go to a splitter. There. Alright, so that will be the rubber, which hopefully, not rubber, plastic, will eventually make. It's starting to slowly construct. It's going to take a while for all this oil to get distributed, but there it goes. These guys are slowly ticking on as the oil pumps through. Which, by the way, I don't have enough oil, but that's on purpose because I wanted to get the extra oil that we have just sitting around turned into stuff right now. So before I worry about oil, I think I want to get the fuel that I currently have access to go somewhere. So, all this fuel we're making, which all the output of fuel will be coming out this pipe. Maybe I just make a ginormous power generator attached to the back of this thing, because this entire thing's making a bunch of fuel. I have room for a fluid buffer here? No, I need to make more space if I'm going to do that. So let's do that. Let's make just like a little space here for a box of industrial sized fluid buffer here. there. Will that work if I put a floor hole here? I think I need to put this back a little bit further, actually. So one more space here. Somewhere like that. You love the glass floor? Thanks, Corny. Pipes and glass floors go really well together. Wait, did I just do that in the same place? Like that, I didn't give myself any extra space at all there. Up there. That should be plenty of room there. Alright, we do a floor hole. Okay. And heavy oil residue. Now I gotta figure out how much heavy oil residue I'm making in this entire place and figure out how much fuel I'm gonna be turning that into. This is gonna be so much a pain. And then how many generators I'm gonna be able to turn that fuel into. So the glass floor is so clean. Thank you. Industrial fluid buffers need pumps to fully fill. They are being... I don't know why you keep talking about my pumps not being right. There is literally a pump leading to this industrial fluid buffer. And if you're talking about this guy, as far as I understand it, refineries act as a pump, right? Am I wrong that this will not... Do I really need a pump here? What if I put this down? Fluids go down. I bet you if I put this down, this would work. So I think you might actually be right that this isn't filling for some reason. And that reason might be what you just said, because it needs pumps. I'm hoping I can use the fact that there's head lift, as I believe it's called. Refinery has head lift of 10, the fluid industrial buffer's top is 15. Okay, that makes sense. Well, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it be below the refineries then. I'm going to put... This fuel is all going to go somewhere. What's that song? Fumes running fast on an empty tank. Something you cannot define. He's going the distance. He's going for speed. She's all alone in her time of need. Okay, that'll work. I'm gonna go with that. I might have to pump this out to wherever I take it, but for now, just have it go and then going there. And actually, I have a fuel thing on another floor that I might want to do a similar thing because it's in a smaller tank. All right, I need to figure out how much residual fuel I'm making, how much refining I need to turn that heavy... I keep calling it residual fuel. Heavy oil residue turn into something. Before I do that, I'm going to go finally unlock fluid packaging because I feel like this is the perfect time to do some fluid packaging. So let's go do some fluid packaging. Is impressive. my build? Thank you. Do I have the good fuel recipe? I think so. I think so. I'll have to check that too. Many things I need to check. One of the things I need to do is get a bunch of copper sheets. I do not have enough copper sheets for the 1,000 I need for fluid packaging. And I have a whole factory for copper sheets over here. Look at this factory filled with copper sheets. Okay, that is not as many as I expected. That's probably because I'm using those. Yeah, this one's full. Currently have 400, 6, 8,000, couple extra. Okay, there we go. There's my MC Escher staircase that's going to be a pyramid or tesseract sometime in the near future. Gonna work on that off stream. Do I have the one with packaged water? There's another that requires tier 7. Well, I'm nowhere near that, I don't think. So, let's see if I have what you're asking. I have fuel, which is crude oil, which I don't want to use that. Residual fuel, heavy oil residue into fuel. I think I'm just going to do this. This one is simple and basic. I don't know if it's the good one you're talking about, but it's the most useful one I have for what I currently am running. That's what I got. Alright, let's go get fluid packaging unlocked. I think that's the last thing in this phase to do.
Milestone reached. Avoid the embarrassment of placing liquids in your pockets only for them to spread across your suit. Package and unpackage them with the packager.
The packager.
Packaging fluids allows them to be transported in your inventory
Yeah, done with all that.
belts and by vehicles. For increased, non-pocket related fluid storage, you can now use the industrial fluid buffer.
Effectively, the other converts 1 to 2 instead of 3 to 2, so it's 3 times more effective. Okay. Well, I'm probably not going to go searching for other alternate recipes right now, which I just happen to have one. What is it? I don't think I care about it. Maybe I'll get lucky and rescan right now. Streamer luck? Nah. Alternates, high-speed connectors, and fused quartz crystal. Neither of these seem amazing, but maybe that's more useful. I haven't automated those yet, so I'll take that. Do I have any other hard drives on me? I don't think so. No. Okay. All right. So let's figure out this fuel situation. It's time. It's going to be time for math on stream. Packaged diluted fuel couldn't have been unlocked until they got packaging. Be honest, nothing is amazing. You just leave them. You can't get the same one twice, so it reduces the pool. Okay. Well, I don't know that high-speed connectors might be useful. I haven't even gotten close to... Actually, I might have those automated somewhere, but I don't have a crazy build for that yet. All right. Let me also... I want to use the plastic I'm making. So let me get the output of that flowing out of this factory before we get into this crazy fuel build that we're going to be working on. That's going to take a lot of math. So I need to figure out the number of refineries to turn all this heavy oil residue into fuel, and then see how much fuel I have, and then send that fuel to a ginormous fuel power station. So, lots of work for all this. Okay. Yeah, I want to do this. I think I want to combine these two into one. Get rid of that splitter and have the ones down there going to my CPUs or whatever they are there, and then the other ones go to the computers. So I have one supply for each separate thing. So actually, I'm going to change what I just did. I want to bring them both to a merger over here. How do I do that? I think I know how I want to do it. If I go like this, throw a merger. Is that straight? That's not straight. I want to do this straight so it looks good. I think that looks straight. I believe it does. We do a merger. Crap, I can't change the direction of this. I want it to go up. If I put a merger on here, it doesn't work that way, huh? Okay, well, what if I do a merger there? Deconstruct this. Then put a merger on here again and change the direction. Will that let it work? Not splitter, merger. 7. No, it's always going to go the same direction, isn't it? Oh! If I put it on the end, it will. Okay, well, that's not quite centered if I do it that way. I feel like there's a way to do what I want to do here. And it has to do with cutting this thing in half in a certain way. You can put mergers onto lifts. I know. But I want to center this. I guess what you're saying is maybe put a lift way down there and bring it all the way up here. Yeah, I probably just need to put a platform to do what I really want to do here. Just do a platform. It's annoying, but I can do what I want with a platform. It'd be easier. Trying to be all, fancy with it. Nope. Go. Okay. Trying to decide if I want to leave room for more pipes. I think I'll have pipes climb the wall if I get more pipes. Or need more pipes. I'm going to do that way so I can bring it this way. Wish I could see the line. I want this to be a straight belt here. Maybe I will be able to see if it's a straight belt if I put... this. Maybe it'll show me if it lines up. Nah, still doesn't really show me. We'll just have to guesstimate it and change it if it's wrong. That's straight. Alright, beautiful. Get rid of that splitter. Beautiful. And there we go. We have a separate source for plastic for a computer factory way up there. Then our source of plastic for our... whatever those things are that I can never remember what they're called over there. Circuit board. That's what they're called. Okay. So now, I think I've done everything I need to do for this. Now I need to figure out fuel. So, I already have one floor turning residual heavy oil into stuff. Let's see how much we have. Yeah, heavy oil residue is getting turned into some fuel that's probably completely filled over here. Yeah, so this is a bunch of fuel that will be nice to jumpstart my fuel generators. This is all maxed out, and we have the excess going into coke that we're sinking so that things don't get, you know, backed up. So I have some fuel on this floor. Gosh, how do I want to do the math on this? Do I want to use... I probably want to use every source of residual oil in this factory, turn it into fuel. So I need to figure out how much of that we're doing. On this floor, time for math. This floor, I think I have 8 plastic, 8 rubber, if I'm not mistaken. Let me make sure that that's correct. Yeah. So this should be plastic here. That's plastic. This should be plastic here. And that's 8 plastic, 8 rubber. And I know I have 8 times 2, 16 more plastic upstairs. So 8 plastic plus 16 is 24. 240 heavy oil residue per minute from our plastic ones. Our rubber, we have 20 per minute times 8. Another 160. So we basically have 400 heavy oil residue per minute in this factory. 400. Okay, so that's the amount of heavy oil. That's if everything's running, and it won't be because I don't have enough oil. But I'm going to plan around us having that much. I'd rather overshoot than undershoot. Did I do something wrong? Isn't it 240? 106. 20 times. Oh gosh. Now you got me second guessing myself. Let me check. No, Corny Muscle, I think you're missing some information. I have 8 plastic down here. Wait, maybe you're right. I have 8 plastic down here. I have another 16 up top, don't I? I just built another 16 plastic up to, at the top of the thing, and I think you might not be considering that, but let me think. Okay, I got my math all funky. 16 of these at the top of my factory, plus these 8. 16 plus 8 is 24. 24 times 10 is 240. I have 240. So my math was correct. Plus 8 times 20 is 160. Okay, my math is correct. Yes. 20 a minute times 8. Yes, okay, my math is right. Yes, it has been a brain scramble stream, and now I got chat second guessing me, and I don't even know what I'm doing. Okay, so. $400 a minute. How much do each one of these use? 60 a minute. 60 per minute. $400 divided by 60, 6.66667. 6 2/3. So, I think what I want to do. Oh man, I gotta think. The thing with fuel is if you're using it for power, if the generators aren't running, doesn't the fuel back up? So I'm gonna like need to burn off excess fuel again, right? Or will my fuel generators always be running? The whole like smart generators turning on and off when you don't need the power always breaks my brain. Fuel generators will never stop, so I don't have to worry about that then, huh? I think I'll be able to process all of the fuel I'm generating on this floor. If I do 6 fuel generators and have petroleum coke in 2 extras, burning off the excess. Only biofuel does the thing where they do smart starting and stopping. Okay, okay. That's good to know. Thank you. That's good information. So if I do 6 of these, heavy oil residue to fuel, that'll be 60 times 6. That'll be 360 fuel per minute we'll be burning. And then we'll have, if I have 2 of these guys, that'll be 80 extra. 360 plus 80. So we will be burning more than we're creating, which is what I want to make sure we do so we don't back up. How many of these machines do I have in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have enough if I move some stuff around to make this work. Kind of a shame there's no pollution in this game. Burning that much oil residue should cause all kinds of problems. Okay. And what I think I want to do is I want to put... Yeah, we're using up all of our heavy oil residue right now, which is great. I want to put this heavy oil residue from down below outside in a big industrial buffer like I have there. And then I want to have both of those industrial buffers flowing down. Well, no, I want it all. It's all going to be processed into fuel here. I want this to output the fuel flowing down to a generator. And where do I want to put that generator? A giant building with lots of fuel generators. Honestly, I probably want to put it... I might want to expand this one back at some point, so I maybe want to put it on the side. Big giant fuel generator in this area. So the question is going to be, if we have 360 fuel per minute, how many generators do we need to make use of that? Oh. I need to put a fuel generator down to figure this out. Isn't it less fuel because it converts 6 to 4? Oh, you're right. You might be right about that. Let me redo that. Let me go look at a refinery and I'll figure that out. I'm telling you, my brain's fried from all the math today. So if I'm getting some numbers wrong, sorry. Okay, so. Yes. So we're doing 360 per minute into 40. So 6 times 4. 240. So we're making 240 fuel per minute, is that right? So 240 fuel per minute, I believe. And a fuel power generator. It's not telling me how much it uses. Does it tell me here? Always generates power at set clock speed, shuts down if fuel requirements not met. It does not tell me how much it's using. How do I see how much it's using? Burn rate. There we go. 20 a minute. Okay. So fuel is 20 a minute. Liquid biofuel also 20 a minute. Can I even make turbo fuel yet? I know turbo fuel is way more efficient. I don't think I've unlocked turbo fuel, so I'm not going to worry about turbo fuel. Maybe I'll eventually want to convert over, but... Alright. So 20 a minute. 240 divided by 20. It's 12. So 12 fuel generators. It looks like we'll be able to supply. 12 fuel generators. Now we haven't gotten access to turbo fuel. That sounds right. Alright, we'll have a little side corridor that leads to our fuel generation station. And actually, I don't want to blueprint this. I've done a lot of blueprints today. I'm not feeling the blueprinting anymore. What I do want to do is use my glass pipe setup because I just like that setup. And get the half pipe going. That quarter pipe, yeah. I don't want to blueprint the generators right now. Flirchin is too much work. Too much work doing more blueprints. I've done too many blueprints today. I'm all blueprinted out for one day. Thankfully there's no input or output for this. It's just inputting. So something like this. Although I'm going to want to split the difference, aren't I? I'm going to want to surround these. So I'm immediately going to change how I'm doing this. My brain is already fried from too many blueprints today. Blueprints are useful, but kind of a pain in the arse to set up sometimes. Turbo fuel can be researched in the MAM at any time, but it costs 2 hard drives. Oh, really? 2 hard drives, huh? I'd have to go find some of those. What's the... I'm just gonna look up the recipe. Satisfactory turbo fuel recipe. It's compacted coal and fuel? Is that what it is? Is that the initial one you can unlock? Turbo heavy, turbo blend, and unpackage, huh? This is the good one, right? Fuel plus heavy oil residue. Turbo blend fuel. So I'd have to go find a bunch of... I'm not going to worry about finding a bunch of secondary things right now. Again, I don't have that much time left in the stream, and I just don't want to spend the time at the moment. Okay, do I like this placement? I think I like this placement. Turbo blend is tier 7, yeah. If I can't get the good one, I don't really want to invest the time and energy into it right now. Alright, so now... Now we do the water pipes here. But yeah, ideally I would blueprint this, but I have a feeling I'm not going to be doing this build a ton because my main power source is actually geothermal. And I'm mainly building this... I'm not really building this because I really need power desperately, even though I do kind of need power. I'm building this because I don't want my plastic and other stuff to get backed up. This is avoiding backup build while turning it into a semi-useful resource. Fuel that I might even want to package some so I can use it for my, I think it works better for your jetpack if you use packaged fuel. So I might even want to turn some of this into packaged fuel, since I'm able to do that now. Although I think I need polymer resin to make the actual packages, so I'm not sure if I want to go into all that. Let's see. What did I say? 6? 12. 12 generators? Is that what we said? 240 is the amount of fuel we're doing? I think that's right. So 12 generators. So 1, 2, 3. So I need 4. I have room for 2 more. We'll definitely be able to expand this build as needed. Yes, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we mirror those guys and we'll be good to go. For this part of the build, anyway. Okay. Those are very far back. So this is one's right, this one is not as right. I don't like what I did here. I don't know. I think I lined it up before I set up the half pipes is why that's all funky. I'm gonna have to set these pipes up differently. No, this will be fine. This will still be fine. Those are huge, giggity. Huge, I tells ya. Huge! 3, 4, 5, 6. They are pretty huge. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and the fuel will be coming from the back side of that, so it's going to flow this way. So, actually, if I want this to be expandable, maybe bring the pipe all the way down and around to go that direction. Yeah, maybe I do that. Which, put a wall here for a wall hole. Yeah, let's do that so I can put a wall hole here. Oh, the problem's gonna be I need a platform under here to place this as I go. It's so annoying. Okay. 240 a minute, we said. So these can do 300 a minute, so it should be good. I really hate that half pipes can't just let you place things below them. I really hate that. But it has to have a platform underneath it, but, you know, whatever. Whatever. Put more walls with holes. Yeah, but then I gotta put walls in here. Which, how easy it is to put walls with no floors? I'm guessing it's not very easy. But let me see. Can I just put a wall here? I can when there's something underneath it. Can I if there's nothing underneath it is the question. Because that's the problem. If there's nothing underneath it, I can't place the pipe. Can I place a wall if there's nothing underneath it? Actually, I can. Okay, well that's weird. Why the hell would it let me place walls but not floors? I really don't enjoy that. Part of half pipes. It's fine. I'm just a complainer. Don't mind me. I just like to complain about things. There's gonna be some random floor pieces all underneath here, but it's fine. Okay, so there's that. It places the wall on the side of the quarter pipe. Okay. It's endemic to most crafty builder games. Always some pieces that seem off or janky. That's true. That's true. Not that big a deal. Just a slight annoyance, you know? And it's good. I need something to complain about. If I didn't have something to complain about, I would feel like I was doing something wrong. Something. Alright, so need to bring power here. It's going to be awkward when I built this into the side of a mountain. Do this. Like this. Building a giant power plant? Yeah, we're building, I'm finally making use of residual heavy oil, or heavy oil residue, and turning it into fuel. And then burning that fuel in some power generators, because my power situation, I haven't had any issues with my power situation, but that's also probably because a lot of my machines aren't always running. If I do something like starting to sync items that makes all of my machines turn on, I probably will start having power issues, so this is to help hopefully preempt any power situations that might occur in the near future. Okay. Always feels good to bring on a huge power boost, yeah. Okay, let's get this plugged into our power grid first. I'm gonna go through some walls. I'd rather, I think, go through the rock than the my factory wall, so we'll go with that. Okay. Let's get the input set up, which will be a fuel line brought from the back of this factory. So Yeah. I meant to do horizontal to vertical. There we go. That's a little awkwardly shaped, but okay, that's fine. Hang out under these gives Cloud City vibes. Yeah, totally. Okay, so that's the heavy oil residue. That's going to go down to somewhere over here. That's going to make all the fuel and then bring that back down and around. This will also let me finish some, walls I didn't finish before. There we go. Oh, that's why it's being all funky, because foundation has different snap points than the walls. Let's fix that. Put a wall here so it has the same snap points. It's a small thing, but I did not know that the foundations have different snap points than the walls do. Kind of a weird random thing. Unlimited power! Yes, we'll have unlimited power. Maybe. That's weird. That's straight. That is not straight. How about that? Is that straight? That is not straight. Yeah, that looks good. That look good. That looks straight. It's good. Very nice. You want to sink set excess rubber and plastic, otherwise backing items could kill your power production now. Okay. Well, I'm not even generating any power yet. And also, this is kind of excess power anyway, but I'll take that under advisement. Part of the reason I'm doing this is so that I can start syncing my other items so that if my other factories turn on, I have the power to power it. So there might be a chicken and the egg situation here, talking about syncing items so I don't run out of power, so that I have enough power to run all my factories to sync all my items. Like, I feel like there might be a little bit of a chicken and egg thing here going on. But all right, let's figure out the fuel thing here. The fuel generators is going to be a thing. So currently, I have 6 things doing petroleum coke. I want to not waste this. I have a whole bunch of just fuel in here right now, and I don't want to waste this. So I think I'm going to convert this floor, but I don't want to waste the fuel. So I'm going to do a permanent temporary. Pipe here to get all this stuff here. I know that looks terrible, but that's okay. It's a permanent temporary build. This is so I can get my fuel going to my generators and start clearing it out for now. These all tier 2s for right now as well. This should just work with the amount of head lift or whatever it's called coming down from that height. I think this will just start turning on my generators, I'm hoping. If I can use up that fuel that's backed up. For now, it's just sinking residue, but in 10 hours I'll forget, my grid randomly shuts down. I mean, you're acting like you know what my grid looks like. I have 1,100 megawatts stored, and nothing's charged because it's been stored like that forever. I don't think I'm gonna run out of power anytime soon. I have a lot of batteries. You always find it useful to sync whatever has a chance to block up a whole circuit. You were caught in the exact 22 you mentioned. You had to slowly fill your power turbo pipes before you had enough power to run all the turbo power makers to run the plant. Fuel produces more than what the plastic and rubber production consumes, so it's always worth it. Well, I will plan on doing all that stuff. My gray line is spiking up, which is a good thing. So these are spinning up. That's good. This is mainly just to clear out my fuel pipes so I can change up my build up here. Okay, so how long will it take to empty out all these guys? It's gonna take a little bit of time, it looks like, especially because this was all backed up. Okay, so these aren't running right now. Alright, so how do I want to do this? Yeah, I have lots of room to play with my power, so things are not going to shut down anytime soon, I don't think. My heavy oil residue is not backing up, so that's a good sign. But I have that heavy oil residue up there. I kind of want to just pump down into this floor. Okay, so what I'm going to do... increase my storage capacity. I'm going to do this. I have this pumped down to this. And I think I want to change this into the big one too. So we're going to have lots and lots of excess storage space or whatever for our heavy oil residue. So lots and lots of buffer size bufferage. Okay. And I want this to pump up to... I want this to pump to this, and then this to pump to that. So I want a Mark II there. Guy there. How's that going to look if I do that? Goes out the side. Goes straight up. Yeah, that looks fine. Okay. I need a valve. I need a couple of valves to control this a little bit better. Always flow that way. And always flow that way, I think. And also I want a valve so that it's not going down. There. We're going up and through. Hopefully that valving won't screw anything up. Just want to make sure it's always flowing in the right direction. Okay. And this should be delivering here. pipes for the lulz of it. Okay. Okay. All right. So, how are we doing with this fuel? Are these things emptying? I want these things to empty. Good. Good. Beautiful. Okay. And that is going out that way. Alright, so, and the reason I want those to empty because I want to set up my factory slightly differently here. So, you know what? I do want to buffer for my fuel. I set up a buffer for my fuel down in the other place though, so that should be fine. I don't think I set up any buffers here. Do I? I need to get this out in a way that's clean, and where is the fuel output? It's on the back. Let's actually set up the fuel output, which, yeah, would be here and the other side. What are these buffers for? I don't know. Buffers are never a bad thing. When in doubt, buffer. That's what they're for. Because I'm moving things around, the real answer is because I'm moving things around, I don't want anything to... I'm trying to avoid anything backing up. That's my real answer. Trying to avoid any backups right now. While I'm basically converting an old factory or upgrading an old factory into a better layout. Okay. So I want to combine that pipe and that pipe to be my actual fuel pipe. So, did I set up an industrial buffer over here? I didn't set up an industrial buffer over here. I meant to do that. I actually do want a buffer for fuel over here. I just assumed I did that, and I did not do that. So... yeah. Where are you going? Come to me. You're not going in the direction I want you to go. There. Okay. There. I think I want you to go on the wall, actually. Similar to what these are doing, so I need a wall to connect to. Okay, so that's where I actually want the fuel to go, so we can go through the buffer tank. So it's not just all being stored in said pipe. There. This thing should be emptying. There it goes. Well, eventually it'll empty. I'm gonna just delete some fuel right now. It's fine. Okay with that look? Yeah, that's fine. You should start filling up. Beautiful. There we go. Okay, leave that for now. I might clean some of this up like off stream and stuff. I just want to get it functional. For right now. If you connect to the pipe the other direction, it will hug the wall. You mean from here to here? Oh. Goes through the wall. What if I did connect it to the wall? Yeah, I think I like that better. Yeah, I like that better. That's what I wanted to do. Okay, cool. That'll work. Okay. Now I need to make the transition of my actual refinery swapped over to 6 doing fuel and 2 doing coke. That sounds really bad. Don't do coke, chat. So these things are basically emptying out. That's what I want to see. Okay. So do fuel instead. That's right. Deconstruct all these guys for this pipe going through the world. These guys should be making fuel still, and their output should be set up to go to these other pipes that I'm going to connect now instead of this pipe. It's now going to be that pipe. And I want to see what looks straight here. Ah, crap. I think that's straight, and I'm falling and I can't get up. Ow! Ah, jeez. Okay. I could build a ladder, but let's just run her back around real fast. Can I do packaged fuel? I might want to package some of this fuel. Ah, it takes that residual plastic. I already said that, and I don't have a setup for residual plastic. I wonder if heavy oil residue can turn into some residual plastic to do a little build, since I'm going to be sinking some of it anyway. I might be able to do that. Okay, did I connect these correctly? I didn't connect them, but I did hopefully make a straight pipe here. I did. Okay. So I think what I can maybe do, connect these two and then do a splitter off of this. It's not going to be perfectly straight though, is it? Well, that's okay. I can make it be straight. There. are you hooking up there? Why? Why would you do such a thing? There. Did it do it? Okay, I think that did it. That's what I want. That's what I want. And let me do another valve. I want things to flow the other direction, that way. That way, and that way. There. That way it always flows downhill, hopefully. It takes regular plastic to make the things? Oh, okay. Well, I could split some plastic off maybe to do the packaged fuel then. I'd end up doing that. We'll see. Okay. So heavy oil residue is doing its thing. Okay, these petroleum things are not doing anything, which is what I want to see for now. Because I'm going to deconstruct... I'm going to make six things here. This isn't doing anything. Oh, I messed that up. The past Rand, what were you doing? So currently we have 4 fuel and a couple of petroleum coke. Now we're gonna move these things around. Do a bit of a redesign here. We can get more fuel going and less of the coke. I don't know why I did that. These are fine. These guys are all fine. Okay, so we want to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 more of these guys. Doing the fuel. And I'm going to leave some space in case I want to do something else. Although I guess I can put a machine here so I can space it out. We do 1 machine there and 1 there. So this machine and this machine. Is that spaced how I want it to be? Yes. Let me count these out again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So those 6 are doing the fuel. I'm gonna have 1 space of machines, and then these 2 guys will do the petroleum coke for any bleed off we need to do. Okay, so let me fix these guys. The good news is when I'm done with this, we're gonna have we'll have a supplement to our power, and hopefully I won't have to worry about anything bleeding off or backing up like I have been a little bit worried about for... Well, no, I fixed it so it shouldn't have been ever a big deal, but always a little worried. There, and I need to fix these power lines that are all in the way now. Okay, those guys are back on. these two dudes right here. There. Okay. If you only do one coke, it'll come out perfectly to the 400 residue you produce. Okay. Am I going to do that? I kind of like having extra in case something happens. I'm probably going to leave it with extra. Extra drains for my fuel production, though? Yeah, but if it's not enough and your calculations are wrong, then things back up. And if things back up, then even worse things happen. So that's my real worry. If things back up, then my plastic or rubber production turns off, right? There's no fluid overflow to protect from that. Yeah. So I'd rather waste, and it's not even waste because it's going to, you know, it's getting burned or whatever. I would rather. I gotta fix all this. Not be fully min-maxed on fuel, but not get backed up, than whatever the alternative is. I would rather waste fuel than have my plastic or rubber turn off because of backed up fuel, I think is what I'm trying to say. Okay. Okay, that guy. That guy. That guy. That guy. That guy. And that guy. Why not produce more fuel then? I don't know. Because my brain is hurting. Because I'm really tired. And I can't think of answers to your questions right now. Because I've been going on 6 hours and I'm doing what I've planned out, and I'm going to finish this build. And if I need to min-max it more later, I will. I did trust my calculations. My calculations said that doing 240 fuel a minute. I don't know. I can't even think right now. Like, my brain is so fried. If I look at this, I think I'm doing 240 fuel with this stuff. 4 times 6, 240. So I think my math is right, and I think I'm doing what my math is saying. I'm just giving myself more wiggle room and burning off a little extra. If I can figure out how to make it so it prioritizes making fuel over what it's actually making, I would love to do that, but I don't know if there's a way to do that. There's not like smart splitters for liquids as far as I know. Alright, let me try the whole wall thing so I can put a wall holding. Goofy that you have to do that, but there we go. Go out again with fresh eyes when I do my Omega Pyramid. The only smart splitter for liquids is setting a valve throughput. You heard there's some tricks with gravity. Lower pipes fill first, but that's meh, yeah. Like, because ideally I would like this residual heavy oil, or whatever it's called, heavy oil residue, to prioritize going into these machines first. Isn't there something with valves that you can control how much goes through? Isn't that a thing with valves? If I limit the flow going through to my petroleum coke, that might be my answer. Need your math to work perfectly. Am I done? I don't know if I'm done with this build. I feel like there's still something I need to do. My brain is so fried though. Yes, the top floor. The heavy oil residue of my top floor is not coming down here. I don't think. Let me actually check if it is. I can't even. I'm so tired. I mean, my brain is just. I love this game, but after 6 hours, I just can't remember what I've done, what I need to do. Okay, crude oil. We don't have enough crude oil, apparently. Is this all backed up here? I have a feeling this is all backed up. Yeah. So I'm not making plastic because this is the whole backup situation I was talking about earlier. So this guy needs to connect here, and then hopefully. Oh my god, that's not straight. How did I make that not straight? Oh, because the way I placed this, I think. Balls. Thing. I thought I plugged into that, and apparently I didn't. Yeah, I'm gonna just be fine with that going through right now. My brain's too tired to figure out how to fix that. Alright, there we go. That should be flowing out. And hopefully our plastic production will pick back up there. My brain sizzling intensifies, I know. You can see why doing this took you 2 days, getting motors to build refineries. Keep crunching the same numbers, make sure you built the right amount. You probably answered it already. How did the talk yesterday go as far as abandoning FTLs going? I didn't talk to the guy yesterday because we scheduled a talk. So after a stream on Thursday is when I'll be chatting with my friend about, with my virtual friend that I've never talked to before, about his suggestions on my questions that I asked him. I have no idea what the answers are going to be yet. Okay, there's fuel here. Is it backed up? Fuel is backed up. I'm worried about fuel backing up there. Is fuel backed up over here as well? Yeah, it's not flowing at all. Why is that backed up? So I could probably tell you on Friday, Cloudmouse. I appreciate you asking. Later, needed fluids to work out perfectly because machines input into themselves. Okay. This isn't full, but my fuel's not flowing back along the pipe. I think I need to check back along my pipe. Is there some issue with head lift here? I feel like I might need a small pump right here. Even though we have a ginormous waterfall coming down and across, I feel like this is not pumping in here like it's supposed to be. The pipe is lower, it will fill first. It's not a problem though. So you're saying I don't have an issue? It feels like I have an issue with this not having any. And nothing flowing through there. Are you guys getting fuel? These guys are not getting fuel. There's a pipeline issue here, and I feel like it shouldn't be an issue here, but I think I'm going to place a pump just because I think this is not working correctly. Like, the way that gravity and pipes work, I feel like there should be plenty of gravity causing this to do what it's supposed to do. But all the stuff thing feels like it's not flowing right now. You just hate pipes? Yeah. Pipes are kind of a pain. I mean, I have this long straightaway, and I'm worried that this long straightaway is losing whatever head lift I gained from going down over there. So I'm just going to do a small pump right here just to get over, I think, a hump right here that's not working correctly. So higher level pipes only, it doesn't matter how much goes through, it's only how much head lift you get, right? Yeah, so it does. I don't need a pump Mark II to make it go through quicker. I just need Mark I and we're fine. I think the way I have it, my giant buffer by my plant will fill after the power plants because it's just slightly higher than the pipes. The fluids are weird. I'm going to put a pump here just to make sure. I feel like I have a bottleneck here. This is filling now. And I see storage in here. I feel like I'm gonna start seeing these things kick back on now, I think. Let's upgrade some pipes too, just in case. Probably doesn't matter, but I'm gonna do it anyway. There they go. They're kicking on. I put on a pump and they're kicking on. And I also upgraded the pipes, so... There should be so much fuel coming to these guys. I'm confused. Pipage always gets weird. This is full. This pipe's full. I'm going to hope it's just an issue of it takes a bit to spit them up, and I'm going to leave them alone for a bit while I go back and check some other things. We're running out of time, and I kind of want to check my math on stuff. Let me remember my math here. So 10 times 8 plus 10 times 16 is 240 plus 10 times 20, which is 160. So 240 plus 160. So 400 fuel, 400 heavy oil residue. 400 heavy oil residue per minute. I'm going to check the numbers here. 400 divided by 60. 6 plus 0.666 extra. So we have 6 of these guys doing fuel. 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 All those doing fuel. And then we have these for whatever 0.66 is. That's part of the reason I don't trust my math. Is I was doing how many machines I need. That one's not doing anything, and that's on purpose. I think my production's offline. I think something's not connected. Are you not making fuel? You are, but you're backed up. My fuel is backed up. Is this backed up? Heavy oil residue's backed up. I think it's backed up because my fuel is backed up. Because I think my fuel... See, this is the problem. If my power generators aren't burning the fuel, then my fuel backs up. And my Coke dudes can't get rid of stuff fast enough, right? And only 2 of them won't burn enough heavy oil residue. What do you mean my production's offline? I think everything is messed up because fuel is backed up right now. And I don't know why the fuel is backed up because it should be burning in my power generator. These pipes should all be connected, right? Did I valve something the wrong direction, maybe? That's got fuel. You can see the direction, right? Maybe I just get rid of these valves. Maybe the valves are making it more complicated than it needs to be. I see there's no fuel down here. Maybe my valves were messing up. Did I not connect something? So hard to do this without having good view here. Why are you not filling up with fuel when literally that pipe is full of fuel? Took the flow rates in the pipes, you'd rebuild the pipe with a merger. They might be fake connected. Yeah, that must be what it is. I think my valving must have done something. Okay, that's filling up. I think maybe my valving messed up. Okay, that's flowing. That's flowing. I think it's either valves or connections that got screwed up. And maybe that's what the issue I was getting here earlier when it wasn't pumping, when I thought I needed a pump. What's up, Pacheco? Hope I'm doing well today. I am. My brain's a little fried, but I'm doing well. I kind of want to remove the pump now to see if it was that other issue. Because I feel like this pump really shouldn't be needed. If I'm testing this without the pump. Flow rates. It's flowing, okay. Is this flowing? 600 a minute, that means it's flowing. You're getting stuff. 200 something a minute. Should go up. Okay, alright, I think maybe we fixed our problem and it was a flow issue. I think these things should start kicking on. Okay, hopefully that fixed the issue. Yeah, there we go. They're generating. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. Fuel generators generating. I'm gonna stick around and make sure all these turn on at least for a little bit to make sure everything's connected correctly. Hopefully did the math right. Again, I got, you know, distracted in the middle of doing the math. So 6 machines making fuel. I think it's 40 fuel per machine. Is that right? Well, these are kicking on. Let me check. Continue to check my math. $60 to $40. So 40 times 6. 240 fuel a minute. And these use 20. 240 divided by 20 is 12, and I got 12 fuel generators. I wonder if I should just make an extra generator. Is it ever worth making an extra generator so that if we somehow have extra, it burns out the excess? The math is right, you kept tabs, yeah. Do we ever think it's worth creating like 2 extra generators just to help burn off this extra fuel right now, and or does that hurt us? I feel like it never hurts to make extra, right? You don't think it really helps? Once things balance out. Then my power goes up and down instead of staying even. Okay, okay, that's a good point. You know what I could do? Let's throw a battery or two just for more power storage. I feel like it's never bad to have extra power storage, right? Let me just throw a couple batteries here, maybe. If I'm not using the power, if I store it, that gives us more leeway, right? If you ever miscalculate, usually one more won't help anyway, you think? Okay, you might be right about that. There. Extra power storage. Okay. I think I'm done with the fuel thing. I hope I am, because it's about time to end the stream. Let me make sure plastic is being made. The rubber is backed up. I know I'm not supplying enough oil for all that we're doing, but it doesn't look like our oil is running out, probably because we were backed up for a while. I still need to sink plastic and rubber, I think. But at least the coke should burn off our excess heavy oil residue, hopefully. Hopefully what is not happening is that our heavy oil residue is backed up. Okay. This is not backed up. That's a good sign. I have multiple buffers to help avoid things getting backed up. And hopefully on our top floor, rubber is being made again because we fixed stuff. I need to replace a bunch of things that I removed to move pipes around. Do that real quick, I guess. Fill in the holes. I'll probably do more of filling in holes off stream and other stuff, because I just want to make sure I didn't break anything with all this rebalancing of oil and fuel and heavy oils residue. Like when I said earlier I was going to take the rest of the stream, I was not lying, and I'm not even sure if I finished everything. Okay, that's crude oil. So our rubber is kind of backed up now. This is what I was thinking would happen, is that I run out of crude oil. So I am now out of crude oil, or at least my crude oil is being used up on the bottom floor, and we're not getting enough up here. I hope this isn't a pump issue. Yeah, it is pumping some. But I basically need more crude oil. Yeah, this is flowing. But basically I needed to double the amount of crude oil for all this build, and I haven't done that yet. I have not bought the door with walls on it yet, no. Is the extractor overclocked? No, and I could actually... I have 3 different extractors and I haven't overclocked anything. Because I keep being told, well, I was told a while ago that I want to hold off on using my slugs until I get the super efficient thing that I still haven't unlocked, I think. Let me check my oil real quick. My oil station, I'm going to guess, is empty. Yeah. Yeah, so I need to... overclocking my oil extractors is one thing I could do, and just setting up more oil extractors in another train pickup station would be another thing I can do. So, I guess the other question is, do I need to upgrade my pipes? I did tier 2 pipes all along here, right? Which do 600 a minute. And I don't know if my brain can, but that should be enough for what we're doing, is it? $12 times 30, 360. So actually I might need a second pipe, because tier 1 pipes go into each are 300. And 12 take 360. Actually, am I doing 12? I think there might be a throughput issue as well. I think I need to either overclock my extractors or get more extractors and set up a second pipe. Set up a second set of pipes for this. Because I have all of these condensing down into one pipe, which I thought which was plenty for, I think, my first build. But I think for second build, 360 times 2 is going to be more than the one Mark II pipe can do. But that's going to have to be for next time, and my brain is fried. The good thing is, with all this work we did today, even though it feels like maybe I didn't min-max everything, I have a full stack of computers. So our automation of computers did get done, and we are making computers, probably not at full capacity because of the piping and the not full throughput and all that stuff. So I am gonna call it a day because my brain is fried. Off stream, if I have time tomorrow, because I definitely won't have time tonight, I'm gonna try to work on the pyramid of Space Needle supportage. That might actually turn into a tesseract with how this is looking, where I have this, you know, cool looking frame that I'm going to surround this thing and maybe have supporting like a floating, I don't know, Portal. What's GLaDOS in Portal? She's like this floating arm thing. I'm definitely going to have to play around with what I want this to look like eventually and have the Space Needle sticking out. But I think this is going to be cool once I work on it more and make it look really awesome. But my friends, GG Cookie Time. Hope you had a good time. If there's anybody new to the stream, hope you hit the follow. Come join us again. We will play some more of this on Friday. This will be my project for off stream to figure out what this final temple / tesseract / whatever what it's going to end up looking like will be. But I do appreciate all the support, everyone giving me tips and ideas and support and, you know, numbers that I forget. But I'm going to head out because my brain is fried. I got rehearsal in about 2 hours. So, as always, y'all are amazing. Thank you for the support. Bits, follow, subs, give to subs, lurking, all the amazing stuff. Thank you for that follow. See Brahe. And I will see you all tomorrow for FTL Harmon No Pause or Friday for more of this. So, until next time, peace out, happy gaming. Y'all have a great night. Enjoy the sea shanty. Later, my friends.